Hey Budget fam, it's Jordan from Jordan Budgets. Today we are back with an office tour. We've done it a couple of times as the business expanded. Now we are doing it again because we moved into a new house, which means I have a new office. A lot of the things are the same as before, with maybe a couple of extra tips or ideas of how I'm doing things, but this room is a lot smaller, so I thought it might be helpful to see how I'm setting things up and accommodating a growing business in a smaller office. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Jordan. This is primarily a cash budgeting channel. We do a lot of cash stuffing, a lot of budgeting. YouTube and Etsy are my full-time income though, so we also do some small business talk and Etsy day in the life, that kind of thing. If any of that interests you, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We are doing a video every day until 100K, meaning every weekday you will see a video from me until we hit 100,000 subscribers. So please help me get to that goal. I would really appreciate it. Also, there's just going to be more content because typically I would do 2 to 3 videos. Now we're doing 5 videos a week. So I am very excited about that. Sorry about the long intro, but I wanted to get that out there. Let me grab the camera, turn it around, and show you guys the new office. Here is a quick overview of the office, just to give you an idea of how big the space is. And then we are also utilizing the closet space. So there's not very much room, but I think we're working with the space very well. I will say we moved into this office like 4 days ago, so not very long. There are definitely some changes that will be made. I'm thinking of doing a whole like decoration renovation on $100. Clearly I can't do too much with the paint and other things because this is a rental, but I think that would be a fun video to do. Anyway, keeping that in mind, there's still some things that need to be worked out, but just sharing the general storage and organization and ideas of the workspace. So when you first walk in, I do have this long desk. I want to say I got the smaller desk for $120 off of Amazon, and then the L desk is the same brand. So I don't remember the specifics on the desks. I will link them below though. They are on Amazon, under 200 for sure, but possibly close to 100. They both have this little, like a little storage pocket hanging on the side of them. Anyway, I just pushed them together to give me a larger workspace. So starting here pretty soon, this will all be cleared off. This is just some different products. I'll share with you in a second where these things will be stored pretty soon. These are my freebies. And then that's just like a little caddy that has my markers and things that I use for savings challenges. And then I also just have sitting here some little branded stickers that I make that I put on the orders. And also on the desk is the thermal label printer. Did I say that right? Thermal label printer is pretty cheap on Amazon. I will link it also. I don't remember the brand, but I will have everything linked below. Soon these products will be moved off of them. I'll talk about that storage in a second. And this will be a dedicated packing space. So moving on to the chair and the desk over here. This is where I film. I did just get that light and that light. Those are both brand new to me. I will link those too, but those are new to me. I'm thinking it is worth it, but I film on this space. I like the white background. I think it keeps things very clean and easy to see. I have an iPad that I really just use to play videos from you guys. So any cash budgeters on here, I don't comment a lot on people's videos, but it's mostly because I'm just keeping you guys streaming on this little iPad while I work on this and this screen. I do have a dual monitor situation. So typically my cutting machine, like, is it called a Cameo Studio? Anyway, the cutting machine is usually on this screen, and then I'm working and doing some editing and different things on that screen. So I use both of those screens. And then over here, my phone is usually charging right there, but my son is using the charging space for right now. So I like to keep this space very clean because I do film there. I will also often be working on orders there and doing a bit of planning. Speaking of planning, I do have my planner down here. And then when you guys leave me tips on Etsy, I put you guys' names in here so I can be sure to shout you guys out. So that's why this is sitting here, because I write down who tips me what so I can keep track of it. And thank you guys. Also, little sneak peek, these are some new designs that are coming to the shop. These are the first 3 designs that are going to hit. So I guess that's all I will share for now. But keep an eye out for that. We do have a gamer. We have this one, which is June's sticker kit as well. And then we have this like mermaid print. So keep an eye out. I have some really fun ideas for future launches. So I do keep ideas there. I also write down ideas in this little notebook. Last noteworthy thing over here is this was a happy accident. I accidentally bought a shower curtain rod. So it's like a tension rod. I ordered it on walmart.com, but it fits all of my little like packing stickers. So I just keep them here. So whenever I'm working on orders, it's very easy just to grab what I want. Before I had this, I just would stack them up on the desk and it equaled pure chaos. They would like unravel and attack one another. But this has been absolutely amazing. Backing away from that desk, we have a little gap here, which will likely turn into some kind of storage. Also, this rug was on, I think, Wayfair. I'll look for it and find it if I can. It is very soft. I love it. It also brightens up the room. Moving on to over here, we do have a bunch of binders down here. So I had, since you guys last saw a tour from me too, I have bought a ton of things in bulk. This is just a tip of the iceberg of the bulk amount of those clear binders that I now have. I have a bunch more of these kinds of binders on the way to me. So I just have what I have remaining here for now, but I'd say in the next week, I'm going to have an amazing and crazy amount of binders. And then above that, all of the sinking funds and savings challenges cards that I have created. Something that is definitely going to change is right now we just have a little box down here. Like I said, I just moved in. This has some miscellaneous office things that I don't need right away, but this little bookshelf is from Walmart for like $30, and I have a second one that I'm putting up right here. So I'm not crazy about the way I have these set up now because it's kind of hard to get up here and see what I'm looking for. But when that second one gets put together, whenever I do it, it's going to go right here, and there should just be 2 rows of the sinking funds and savings challenges, and then that top row will be more of the binders. So in the next office tour, you will see that second shelf. It's already bought. I just need to put it together. Moving over to this last space in the office. This storage is for Michael's. Definitely would not recommend it. It was pretty expensive for what it is. You basically buy these different size cubes to build what you need. I will say I might buy a couple more pieces just to add on. I'm going to talk about that in just a second. But it's just so flimsy and cheap. I would not reinvest in something like this again. I want to say like just this amount of stuff was like $200. It's not worth it. But I'm still working on how I'm going to organize this. There is a blanket there in the middle. That is a big empty space. Under the blanket, I have just shoved a bunch of these. Let me show you guys. I have a ton of these, and I have something else under here that I haven't shared or launched with you guys, but it has my address like written all over it. So I didn't want to have that out for this video. This side, it is likely going to end up being bulk amounts of these because I do order these from a print shop. There we go. So the spending trackers, well, it focused for a second. You get the idea. I order those from a print shop, so I often have extras of those sitting around. Plus, I'm ordering a ton more different styles and like within this next week. So that side is likely going to be dedicated towards those. This side is likely going to be dedicated towards my new sticker kits. So you know in May, I launched my first sticker kit, and then there is June's kit. As I get more and more kits, I'm going to add on to this storage, I think, and just keep all the stickers organized on that side. Why am I out of breath? Whew. Okay, so moving on above that, I do have, this is like a corner rounder. Again, I'll link it below for you guys if you're interested. I don't pay for the print shop to round the corners on these kinds of things because it just adds a huge expense to that. I just bought this for like $100 and I round it myself. Very easy to use, very much worth the cost. Then I have my only cutting machine. It is a Cameo. Is it like a 4? I don't even know. Whatever the most recent one is. And then I have this guillotine cutting machine here, and then stacked on top of it is a smaller cutter that I use on occasion. And I still use this food weight. I still use this food weight to weigh my packages. It has not been an issue for me yet. I'm surprised it hasn't died yet, but that's another story. And over here, I do have my camera arm. What would you call this? It is what I hook the camera up to film my cash stuffings. It's usually over there by my desk, because that's where I film. So it's hanging right there. But for the intro of this video, I just moved it over to this side, and it has served me well, also off of Amazon and very affordable. I haven't decided what to do with this up here. If you have ideas of how to organize this or what you would put up here, please let me know, because I know that's like prime real estate in this closet that I could be using and I'm not using it yet. Under that, I have this cube storage, which should be very familiar to you guys if you guys have been around my channel. but on top of it, I have 3 printers. This one is where I keep my regular paper, so I use it for packing slips. Unfortunately, that is the one that broke. This one, I keep sticker paper in it, so I use it for my labels and for my sticker kits. And then over there, I have cardstock. That one stays loaded with cardstock so that when I create my different savings challenges and stuff, it's ready to go. I like having all 3 printers. I don't know that I necessarily need all 3 printers, but it's nice because when I keep the paper, sticker paper, and then cardstock, I don't have to constantly be changing out the paper types when I want to do different things. The printers are just ready to go. We are getting to the end of this video. Last thing is all of my packing materials are down here, as well as some of my extra papers. So here we just have some little envelopes, and then we have would this just be like a poly mailer? It's not like a bubble mailer. It's just a very thin poly mailer for my stuff that gets mailed out in a box. And then these, I put my savings challenge in this little size. Next to it, we have some 9x7 mailers. I use this 9x7 size also for the savings challenges, but I use it whenever there's more than what will fit in those little pink mailers. Next to the 9x7 mailers, I now have these, I want to say 9.25 by 11.5. I don't know, something like that, but it's what I use for the sticker kits. Be careful the ones you buy on Amazon. Don't buy the ones that have this line down the middle. They are like a full ounce heavier than the other ones that I bought on Amazon that don't have this line down the middle, which of course increases the price of shipping. So you might save a little bit. They are one of the cheaper listings on Amazon, but you pay for it whenever you're paying shipping because, like I said, they're an ounce or maybe even a full ounce and a half heavier. Tucked over here, the only other thing is these 9.5 by 11.5 poly mailers. I use those. I can fit 2 of the binders in one of those. If you guys are interested in any of this mailing stuff specifically, like what brands I have and recommend, I buy all of them on Amazon. I'd be happy to link them below, but I probably won't link them unless you guys ask me for them because that's a lot of stuff. But there are certain brands that I do like and not like on Amazon, but I get all of it on Amazon. I've been very vocal with you guys that this is my favorite brand, cardstock. So it's the Neenah 110-pound cardstock. That is what I print all of my savings challenges on. It is cheap and it is my favorite as far as quality goes too. So win-win. Then I also have my sticker sheets that I print. They're a removable matte sticker set. So I have all of my bulk amounts here. And then that is just plain paper back there. That was a lot, but I hope that you enjoyed this quick run through of my new office. If you have any ideas for how I can organize this small space, especially that closet that I showed you guys, please let me know in the comments below. As always, I love you guys. I appreciate you, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.